Pick a door: red, white, black. You have 5 seconds to decide. Once you choose, you're locked inside for 24 hours. No respawns, no checkpoints, no quitting the game. If you don't survive, you don't come back. Ready? Let's see what you picked. If you chose the red door, the air is thick the second you step through. Fog covers everything. An abandoned town stretches out in front of you. Rusted fences, cracked pavement, streetlights barely glowing through the mist. It's silent, too silent. Food is scarce. You search an old house and find a single dented can in a dusty cabinet. The sink barely drips water. That's all you get. Sleep isn't safe here. There's a stained mattress on the floor of an empty room. But every time you close your eyes, you hear something dragging itself down the street outside. Slow, heavy, metal scraping against concrete. And then you see it. A massive silhouette standing at the end of the road. It doesn't run. It doesn't need to. Because here's the twist. It mirrors you. If you panic, it moves faster. If your breathing gets heavier, it gets closer. If you run, it appears ahead of you instead of behind you. The more fear you show, the more powerful it becomes. To survive the red door, you have to control yourself. Slow breathing, slow movement, no sudden decisions. But after a few hours in the fog, you start seeing it even when it's not there. And you won't know what's real anymore. If you chose the white door, the temperature drops instantly. You're inside an abandoned space station. Metal corridors stretch endlessly in front of you. Red emergency lights flash. Wires hang from the ceiling. Outside the windows is nothing but space. Food comes from sealed ration packs in a storage locker. Limited supply. Metallic water that tastes recycled. Sleep? There's a narrow crew bunk strapped to the wall. But above it, a vent. And something moves inside it, scratching, breathing, waiting. Here's the twist. The station rearranges itself. Doors you walked through before disappear. Hallways loop. Rooms shift when you're not looking. Security monitors still work. And sometimes, you see yourself on camera, standing in a hallway you're not in. The creature doesn't chase. It waits for you to get lost. The longer you stay, the more the station feels alive. You won't know if you're being hunted, or if you're slowly becoming part of it. If you chose the black door. The world turns dark and ancient. Stone walls, flickering torches, endless corridors. You're inside a labyrinth. Water drips from the ceiling. Strange mushrooms grow along damp walls. That's your food. Sleep is dangerous. If you rest in a stone alcove, you dream. And in this place, dreams are not safe. Here's the twist. The labyrinth learns you. If you hesitate, the paths get longer. If you get frustrated, your torch burns faster. If you follow whispers even once, they start sounding like someone you trust. The entity doesn't attack immediately. It studies you. It mimics memories. It wants you to choose to walk toward it. And the deeper you go, the more comfortable it feels, like you belong there. Now, some of you looked at the comments before choosing. You wanted the advantage. You wanted to know which door was safest, so you searched for the gray door. If that's you, you didn't escape the game. You triggered it. If you chose the gray door, you step back into the hallway you started in. Same carpet, same fluorescent lights, but now there are cameras in every corner of the ceiling, tiny red recording lights blinking. The 3 colored doors are gone. There's only one door now, the one you came through, and it's locked. This isn't a survival world. It's a surveillance room. Monitors flicker on along the walls. Each screen shows footage of you. From earlier, standing in front of the doors, breathing, thinking, hesitating. But then you notice something worse. Some of the footage isn't from earlier. It shows you from angles that don't exist, behind you, above you, inside your house. The twist? The gray door doesn't test fear. It studies behavior. It tracks patterns. Every time you rewatch the video, every time you pause, every time you scroll the comments first instead of experiencing it blind. It learns how you make decisions, and then the lights shut off. All the monitors go black, except one. On that final screen, there's a tall, distorted figure standing directly behind you. Not in the hallway. In your reflection, its head slightly tilted, studying you. It doesn't chase. It doesn't speak. It observes, because this entity feeds on anticipation, on overthinking, on people who try to outsmart the game. And now that it knows you look for shortcuts, it doesn't need to hunt you. It just waits for you to hesitate again. The camera red lights stop blinking. They turn solid. And you realize they were never recording the hallway. They were recording you. So next time you see a choice, are you going to experience it? Or are you going to try to cheat it again? Because the gray door doesn't forget, and it already knows you're watching.